Hey guys, Joester here, welcome back to the channel. So I got my hands on the newest Neo Light Mi 2 model. This is the newest LED kit for ambient light for TVs that supports HDMI 2.0. Now this means that we can play 4K at 60 frames per second and with HDR support, but also this is claiming that it supports Dolby Vision as well. So I'm going to test it out with my Xbox Series X. I'm going to test some games. I'm connecting this with my LG C1 Oled, and I'm also going to test if it works with movies. So welcome to the channel, guys. Let's see how this ambient light LED kit works. Let's do this. Alright guys, so let me show you what's inside the box. First of all, let's check out this device. This is the receiver. This is very similar to previous model. It is very simple, very basic. We have the reset button, and then we have the two HDMI ports, which now are 2.0, and one goes in and the other one goes out. So in here, this is where you connect your either consoles, or maybe you want to use a Fire Stick. I noticed some people, they want to use apps like Netflix or Amazon Prime to watch their movies or their TV shows with the lights to work. So you have to use one of those Fire Stick or maybe a Chrome to connect through here, and the other one goes out to the TV. I'm gonna test that out. Also, this is where the LEDs strip goes in. They have USB ports. One over here says side and the other one says at bottom. So be sure to connect them right so you can get the correct lighting accordingly to the display. And this is the DC for power. Very simple device, very easy to use. Oh, here's a microphone because it does work with music too. That's one of the main features that I like, the music. So over here we have an HDMI cable also already included. This is the DC port, very simple. And these are the new LED light strips, which they come with this new housing, which I don't know, it's sort of like a diffuser for the LED strips. Honestly, I'm not a big fan of it because the design is different. It is designed for you to use it with the brackets, which are now they're included here. There are more brackets than previous models, and this is, for example, for when you need to make those curve, the turn at each corner. There are 4 of them, and I feel like yeah, it's nice, but you have to use the brackets, which sometimes I feel like the older or the previous model was better. It's just an LED strip. This is from the previous model, which honestly I still think it works. It'll work if you have it. I like it better like this. I feel like it's just much easier for installation. You can also cut it, and you can also use this to make the turns, I believe. I'm not sure, but I don't know. I'm a simple guy, so I kind of like this one, but I want to test out this, how it works, and I'll tell you my final results. So let's go and check it out. So this is a TV that I'm going to install the kit. This is a 48-inch LG C1 Oled. Yes, it is kind of smaller because the kit is designed for a 65-inch, but I'm able to cut the LED strip. So let me just show you how it's done. The top corner brackets and also the center bracket are super easy to install. Very, very convenient, and it came out perfect. Now the corner brackets are the ones that I'm having problems with because the design of this TV is different. It has a curved design right here, and then so only maybe about 70% of the sticker is actually sticking to the TV. Here is the other bottom corner bracket, and as you guys can see, it's sort of like almost half of it is flying, but most of it is holding onto the TV. Alright guys, so I am halfway through my installation setup, and one thing that I do like about this new design is that it is much easier, super fast and easy to install. The brackets make everything so much faster and easier. And also, one thing I noticed is that for any reason you want to change to another TV, it is much easier just to remove these brackets than and then just reglue it, than to remove the strip once you install the other strip with a whole double-sided tape on a TV, it is super difficult to remove it and reuse it. Okay, so here is where I'm going to need to cut this cable because it's just way too long, right? So if you take a closer look right here, there's a little square, sort of like a copper color right here. There's many of them. Here's one here, there's another one right here, there's another one right here. So I think I'm just gonna cut it here, and same on the other side with the other cable. Oh man, here we go. I really don't like this, but yeah, there you go. It came out clean. There you go. So the light will go just all the way to here, and this is for the 48-inch model. There you go, almost perfect. So another thing I like about this design is the cable management. It looks very, very clean. And one suggestion is that what I did is that I marked the bottom cable USB with this little strap. That way I recognize it when I flip the TV and it's time to connect it to the receiver. And the other one is not marked. So now I know that this one is the bottom and this one is the top. So here's a demo that I used before to showcase the accuracy of this kit. And let me tell you, you're going to love it. It is almost, I can say almost 100% accurate. There's sometimes that there's a little bit of delay, but it's very, very minimal. And yeah, this is how it performs. So one thing I did notice is that I cannot see almost nothing of the bottom LED light strip. And that's because of my TV, the way it's designed. It has this huge base at the bottom, so I cannot appreciate the bottom LED strip. But if you have your TV well mounted, then there shouldn't be any problem at all. Or if your TV has legs instead of this huge base on my LG C1 Oled, well, you shouldn't have that problem at all. But the rest of the bars, they show up very, very nicely. So here's another demo that I like to use just to show you different colors at the same time. It just shows the accuracy of this kit. It is pretty awesome. Alright guys, so let's jump into gaming. There are some things that I do need to show you before you continue with this. Let's go into settings. I connected my Xbox Series X. There are some things that you do need to change here in order for it to work properly. Let's go into TV display options. And first of all, it only works at 60 Hertz. This is limited to HDMI 2.0B, so it is up to 60 Hertz, so no 4K 120 Hertz, unfortunately. Hopefully the next model will have that, but you can also use 1440p if you want at 60 Hertz. Then let's go over here at TV details, and you guys can see almost everything works. Dolby Vision is turned off. I wanted to see how it works with HDR, but I'm going to test Dolby Vision as well. So far, HDR works good. Let's go into video modes. And here is, I also unchecked Dolby Vision. Another thing that you need to remove is variable refresh rate. It struggles with VRR. I noticed that the screen will suddenly just switch to green and then it will just turn off and then back on. And the problem was VRR. So yes, you're going to have to sacrifice VRR and no 120 Hertz option. So for gaming, you're limited to this, but trust me, it works very nicely. That's the only thing that you have to sacrifice if you want to use this kit. Let's go play a little bit. Let me show you. So here I'm playing Guardians of the Galaxy, and this game is very, very cool. There's a lot of lighting effects. There's a lot of things that are bright. And let me show you something that I noticed. For example, this light, sort of like yellow light all around. You guys notice how it's just showing up on my left side of the screen. That's how accurate this kit is. And once I move, it'll switch to the other side. That's what I like about this. It brings this other level of immersion. So let me go see if I can get into more action, right? Alright, so now let me switch to Dolby Vision to see if it really works. So let's go back into the settings, video modes, and let me switch on to Dolby Vision to see if it supports it. Well, it seems like it's working. Dolby Vision for gaming. Yes, it seems like it's working. Let's go TV details, and yes, all the green check marks. So let me go and test a game with Dolby Vision. So here is Shadow of the Tomb Raider. This game, it's beautiful. It has great colors. It also supports HDR, but now I'm using Dolby Vision. So let me just verify that I'm using Dolby Vision. Let's go into the information window. And there you go. At the bottom, it says right there, Dolby Audio and Dolby Vision. Yes. So let's go back over here, and here it is. My God, this game looks beautiful even after these years, but with this ambient light kit, makes everything more immersive. It's a little distracting, I can tell you. If you're playing games like maybe Call of Duty, it might be a little distracting, but if you're playing games like this, single player games, I think it just brings another level of immersion. That's what I think. Alright, let's play a little bit of Halo with Dolby Vision. Although, personally, I still think that HDR looks better than Dolby Vision in this game. But yeah, it works. I have no problems whatsoever. Looks great. The input lag feels good, very responsive. I don't see any difference. I don't feel any difference with input lag, to be honest. Alright, so if you want to watch, for example, Netflix content, you're gonna have to use either your Xbox or your PlayStation or maybe a Fire Stick. That's for sure, because it doesn't work with internal apps from the TV. That is one negative that I think a lot of people struggle with it. There's many other ways that you can do this. It works with Dolby Vision. As you guys can see, Dolby Vision is right there, and it's really cool. I actually like this. Here's another example. This is He-Man right here on Netflix. And yes, I really like this. Alright, so I linked my Voodoo account to my Xbox. I'm gonna see if I can play some movies. This is Aquaman, Dolby Vision. It supports Dolby Vision. But let me see if it actually works. No, so playback error. Sorry, this video player has stopped working. Try again. So no, let me try another movie. Something is not allowing it to work properly. And yes, I keep having the same playback error. I think this is the reason why it doesn't work. It just doesn't support HDCP 2.2. So maybe I think that is what's causing the problems playing 4K with HDR movies. However, other older movies do work. For example, this is Alien vs. Predator right here on Amazon Prime, and it works without any issues. So I don't know, some movies work. I noticed 4K movies don't work with HDR or Dolby Vision. They struggle, but other movies do work with no issues whatsoever. Alright guys, so the installation process is super easy. Once you're done installing the LED strip on the TV, we're gonna go download the application, and this is called Lytmi. Is this one with this yellow emblem. So once you open the application, it's going to recognize the light strip. One thing I do suggest is that you connect everything on the receiver. I'm talking about the HDMI ports and also the USB ports, and then at the end you connect everything to power. That way it'll recognize the strips and everything right away. Alright, so once you open up the application, just follow the instructions and you are going to connect this to your Wi-Fi. One thing I did notice, same with the previous model, is that only works in a 2.4 gigahertz on your Wi-Fi. It doesn't work with 5G on Wi-Fi, so just keep that in mind. So once you start that, it'll automatically detect the device. You connect it and then you can power on or off right here from the application. As you guys notice, it's super easy. you can select that kit. I have two kits, I'm going to select the new one, and then this is going to be with the screen. This is a weak process, so the lights are not as bright. This is normal and this is high. I usually have this as normal. It works great, and right now, as you guys notice, it's working with the screen. So yes, if you wanted to work with music, we can switch that to music, and then from here we can have different patterns. For example, this is spectrum, this is electronic, which is very, very cool. Or if you wanted to listen to whatever is playing. Let's go to scenes. Here is similar to previous model. We have different scenes. We have, this is rainbow, this is fire, reed. One of my favorite ones is star. It looks really cool, really settling with the setting. There's also pure, so just in case if you want to have just one color, and then you can go and change the colors here. You can play around with the color wheel. You can change that. Look how beautiful it changes right here. It looks so nice. I really like these applications. This one is called Particle. This is one of my favorites too. It looks absolutely beautiful. Over here we have control over the brightness. 1%, 0%, make it brighter, just in case if you want to do that. And then we can just go back to the video, change this to screen, and it will play with whatever the display is. And I can tell you that it is very, very accurate. All right, guys, so in conclusion, do I like this device? Yes, I think there are some very good features that I like. It's very accurate, colors look great, the LED strip, it's easy to install, and it's also very bright. And I think it works in general with everything that I want to do. I mean, it works with gaming. Of course, it also has its limitations with gaming. It's only limited at 4K 60, but it works with HDR now, and it also works with Dolby Vision. I wish it was now supporting 4K 120 Hz, and also I wish it'll support variable refresh rate, so I can fully play my games with all those features on my Xbox Series X. And another thing that it doesn't do well, it's 4K movies with HDR playback. As I show you, it needs to support HDCP 2.2. Also, I wish that it has more HDMI ports instead of just one, so I can have more devices connected at the same time. But I feel like this device is doing better and better, so hopefully next time they fix those issues. But overall, this is a really fun device. I like it, and I'm going to leave a link in the description of the video if you guys are interested in buying one. And thank you so much for stopping by. I'm Jolster, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Jolster out.